Hello everyone. With work on the Moodle taking off this year, questions come up recently on if I've done a whole bunch of work to set up a Moodle, how can I share that work with another teacher? How can I turn my Moodle classroom into a template? There are actually two ways to do this. One is to use the backup feature, the same feature used to back up your courses at the end of each year and store them offline. The other is to use the import feature, which allows you to pull information from one course directly into another. So let's take a look first of all at the backup feature and the way of doing this through that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my administration panel and I'm going to press the backup link. When I do, I get a number of options, both in terms of the items that I'd like to include as well as the user data. Because I'm templating this, because I want this to be used by another teacher to have a nice clean space that looks the same as mine, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to click the None button for user data. This removes all student data from the course, and all you have left is just the original teacher data. This will include everything from discussions to online resources to videos, etc. Next, I'm going to go through the list and I'm going to make sure that everything that is checked off are things that I would like to include, things that I want that other teacher to have. If you want them to have the whole course, you can just leave everything as is. If you don't, then just uncheck the things you don't want. The next part is now to go down and to say, okay, which files would I like to include? Well, user files, I don't want user files to go across, but I do want my course files. Those are things that I've uploaded. Those are my PowerPoints, my videos, etc. that I want to send. And then finally, site files used in this course usually won't have those, but you can back those up. And for the backup the role assignments, I don't want to do any of that, so I'm actually going to select the None button because I don't want to actually send user information back with this file. So now I'm going to push Continue, and it's going to inform me that a whole bunch of pieces have been run. Now I'm going to push Continue again, and it's actually going to do the work of creating the backup file, and you'll see that's now come through. So I'm just going to go ahead and push Continue, and it will take you to your file manager, and you'll see that I've done this process once before for this course. However, on April 14th, which is the date of this recording, I created this file, which is my backup file, and I can just go ahead and click on that and save the file to my hard drive. Once I've done that, I then pass that file either on a jump drive or by email or however you want to send it to the other teacher or teachers, and they can actually go into their own courses and upload that. So let's do that. I'm going to jump to a new course, which I've done, as you can see here. And in that course, I'm going to go to my administration panel again. And the first thing that I want to do is make sure that the number of topics I have in this course is at least as many, if not more, than the amount of topics that I had in the original course. Topics are, of course, these numbered blocks that you can see that you can put different amounts of information in. If I have too few topics, everything that I import will go into the number of topics that I have, but it can make your Moodle look very messy. So if I do have too few, all I need to do is just go over here to where the administration toolbar is, click on Settings, and in the box that appears, I just look for this line that says number of weeks or topics and set that to 10. Scroll to the bottom and press Save. Once you've done that, you're actually ready to import your backup file. To grab your backup file, all you need to do is press this button here that says Restore. It'll take you to your file manager, which you can see has nothing in it right now. I'm going to press Upload. I'm going to choose my file. Now once you've got that file chosen, you just pick Upload this file. And in a few moments, your file appears in your file manager, along with a couple of options at the end, one of which is Restore. So I'm just going to go ahead and push that Restore button. It'll say, do you want to continue? Because it's going to overwrite anything that's in here. I'll say yes. And now it gives me an update of what it's been doing. So I'll go ahead and push continue. It's going to ask me, just like it did when I saved, what items would I like to bring back in. So I'm going to choose all of them and just leave everything as default and press continue. And then I just push restore this course now. It churns away for a couple of minutes and then you can just push continue and you'll see that all of the information that was in my old course is now in my new one. And that can also be shared with any other teacher, as there is no student data and they can just go ahead and run this. That's the most common way of templating a course, but you can actually do this whole thing in one step very easily using the import feature. In order to use the import feature, you have to get the teacher who's giving you the course to make you a teacher within their course. In other words, the person who's getting the new course must be a teacher in both their course as well as the course that is giving the information. Once you've done that, you can actually just go up to the top here and push the import button, which you'll see on the administration panel, and it'll ask you which course would you like to pull from. So I'm going to pull from the temporary course, so I'll just go ahead and push use this course. And what you're going to see is it's going to ask you all of the same questions that it asked you the first time, except for user data. You can't import user data through an import process, but because this is templating, you don't want user data. So I can just go ahead and leave everything selected as is, push continue. It'll give me a notice as what's in this file, just like it did before. I'll just go ahead and push continue again. It'll churn away and I'll push continue. And it'll give me one last warning and I'll push continue. And basically all I'm doing is pushing continue over and over again. Gives me some notice to say that some work has been done. Again, push continue. And when you're done, you'll see all of the information that was in the source course has moved into your new one. That is by far the fastest way of doing this. I'll put some steps on the blog as well so that you can follow along, but that's two ways of importing course material from somebody else's class into yours.